Welcome to What is Going On in the UC, and today we're going to talk about lineage. You know it's important because Father keeps talking about lineage, right? And we don't even really be talking about lineage amongst ourselves, but intellectually we know that it's more important than love. Why? Because Father said so, right? So imagine that you had a big rock and you threw it into a perfectly peaceful lake. What are you going to see? Yes, you're going to see waves, right? You're going to see waves emanating from that central disturbance. And you know, in order to understand the concept of lineage, you know, you really got to appreciate the way a scientist would what a wave is. Now, when you're looking at that wave, you're not looking at water molecules move away from that central disturbance, okay? You are looking at the disturbance itself be transmitted from one molecule to the next, to the next, to the next. You're looking at the moving of the disturbance. You're not looking at water molecules moving away. You're looking at the disturbance move away. And if you can appreciate that, then you can understand this concept of lineage. Because what is lineage? Lineage is the moving from one generation to the next of specific content. Now, Father has called it the textbook of children's love, the textbook of brother-sister love, the textbook of conjugal love and parental love, right? That means God is passing very specific, basic information along through a process, one generation to the next. And this process is a process of influence. Okay, just the way the water molecules will influence. Is one water molecule highly agitated by the stone, you know, passes its energy on to another molecule. In the same way, we see that energy move. In the same way, we will see the knowledge of God, the knowledge of how to take care of the universe, the knowledge of how to take care of family, the knowledge of how to pass on the blessing to your children. All of that knowledge that we got from true parents is the mechanism of influence. It is the means by which God influenced us through His influencing true parents. He influenced us, and we influence our children, and so forth and so on. That entire process, that entire phenomena of influence and the cycle of influence, okay, that phenomena is God's lineage, okay? And there's a few critical points. There is the critical parent-child relationship. There is the critical moment of the blessing of the next generation. That's right, they're getting married. There is the critical moment of absolute sex, that God is a part of the conception of the next generation. And then there is this whole, you know, idea that the next generation are fully conscious, become fully conscious of, you know, the value of their conception, that their very existence means something to somebody. You know, I mean, this is all part of the lineage. You know, Satan's lineage is, he doesn't pass that kind of feeling parent to child. A lot of times, not all the times in Satan's world, he passes lack of love, lack of meaning, lack of identity. He passes on an abyss of missing information to the next kid, and the kid then can do nothing but rob the next generation of attention and meaning. You know, so Satan's lineage is like that. It's a system that passes a certain kind of anti-information, if you will. It passes lack of love. God's information, or God's lineage, passes on love and meaning and purpose, okay, and expectation. And with this, out of this comes the kingdom of heaven. Now, you know, the Bible says we're born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Okay, so, you know, that really means that the sex moment created us in sin, alright? And it means shaped in iniquity means that, well, the environment is influencing us to be even more satanic. So Satan is using sort of like the third blessing. He's kind of using the environment. He's dominating the environment. He's dominating all things, the world around all of us, to pass this satanic information. Now, that's why we are sometimes disturbed by the advertisements we see in billboards and the things that we see, because we know that, it has some kind of a content to it, right? So, we got to understand that Satan's. So, you got to be about changing the environment for the sake of God, because that is part of the perpetuation of lineage. It's not proper for God's lineage to exist inside of this bubble where the environment outside that bubble tends to want to detract from the information that God is passing on one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. So it's absolutely insane to be calling yourself an owner of the lineage and be totally detached, disconnected from the whole concept of culture war. We are in a culture war, and this is part of the reason why so many blessed children are losing the lineage. Anyway, hope you got something. Talk to you later. Bye.